Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Resident Evil Apocalypse. And this movie came out in 2004, and it's a sequel to Resident Evil, the video game adaptation, where it just took like a survival horror video game and turned it into an action movie, while also trying to be a horror movie. And this movie, it's more of a straightforward action movie. And it's not really trying to be scary anymore as it is just trying to be fun, dumb entertainment where it's just a lot of action and it's pretty much a zombie movie, and that's pretty much all we have going for it. And like the first movie, it's bad, but surprisingly enough, I was not bored while watching this movie. Not once was I bored, because unlike the first movie where it just has an awful sense of pacing and everything goes on for so long and barely anything happened and I was not invested in anything that was going on. This movie, surprisingly, it's filled up with quite a bit of action, and although none of it is really impressive and it's really cheesy and goofy and none of it's really convincing as to like that would actually happen in real life, but at the very least, I was not bored while watching it. I was kind of laughing at the movie every once in a while, and the movie, it had some chopping editing choices for sure, but there was nothing that was like pulled me out of it and got me completely bored. And there were some designs that I kind of liked, and the big threat zombie thing, whatever you want to call it, it kind of reminded me something that you would see out of Doom. Not the movie, but the video games. It kind of reminded me of that, and it was kind of funny to watch. And there are some really weird decisions that this movie takes story-wise, and it's kind of funny and very entertaining. And I never understood what this movie was trying to do by the end of it, outside of like having lots of action sequences. Like what I mean by this is story-wise, where does this story go after the first movie? Because in the first movie, we have a bunch of characters trying to like escape from this facility because they're trapped down there. I forget why they went down to that facility in the first place. So that was like all underground. I forgot why they went there in the first place, but point is they went down there and now they have to get out of there. And in this movie, it opens up with like just some narration, just summing up everything that happened in the first film, and it doesn't really progress the story at all. Like in terms of like substance, it doesn't really offer anything. It's just showing off what characters would be possibly doing in a situation like this, and it's kind of cartoonish the way certain things are presented. But as far as the plot goes, it's pretty much like a bunch of characters need to rescue this one girl because if they do that, then they're allowed to like, they get like a window to escape because they're all trapped in this big city where they're just being planned to die, I guess. I don't even remember, but point is that's what's going on, and our characters have to escape once again. And that's pretty much the entire movie. There isn't really much that happens. It's just a lot of action and a lot of really stupid moments that are really cheesy and ridiculous. But it never pulls me out of the movie. I'm always laughing at the movie because it's always entertaining and very well paced, surprisingly, like I've said already. And in terms of like acting and music, it doesn't succeed at either of those things. It's not really, there's nothing really to write down about or remember for. It's just what you would expect from a movie like this, and it delivers on that, I guess, which is okay at points. But sometimes there's too many cuts to where you can't tell what's going on, and some of it's not even that memorable. And the last action scene of the movie was kind of funny, and there isn't really much else to the movie. It's very simple, very straight to the point, and that's all you really get. And if that's what you want out of the movie, then here you go. It's action with the character of Alice from the first movie, and that's pretty much all you have. So if that's something you want, then this is a movie for you. Everyone else, no. And I'm probably never going to watch this movie again. It wasn't funny enough to the point where I would come back to it, but it was definitely an improvement over the first movie because it wasn't painfully boring and it had almost nothing going for it, and I was just wanting it to end the entire time. Whereas this movie, I just didn't feel the length all that much, and I guess that's the difference. I was more entertained with this one as opposed to the first one, but also kind of just as forgettable as the first one. And with all that being said, I'm going to give Resident Evil Apocalypse a 2 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below you thought of Resident Evil Apocalypse, and my social media links, they will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up, and that is going to be for a movie that's not listed as a horror movie, but probably could be because of possibly how well it aged. And it might be unintentionally scary, especially for kids, because it's also a kids movie. And that movie is Scooby-Doo from 2002. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.